Right, so welcome back to part 2 of Premiere tutorial. Now that we've got all our clips, what we want to use on the timeline with the audio vocals on there, you can either save it as you want. If you want snap from clip to clip, you can just leave it there and export it as a video. But what we're going to do, if you come over here, there's your clips, and we're going to create an effect for a transition between each clip. So I'm just going to use film dissolve because I kind of quite like that. So I'm going to put one there, I'm going to put one there, and I'm also going to put one at the beginning and one at the end. So we could just play that and have a look.
Hello,
see how the fade in comes up? It's not just a quick snap into the clip.
Usually at this time of year we will be working to organising the transition.
So let's have a look from there.
It's been an exciting, wonderful 5 years with us, and we're really looking forward to meeting you. Thank you.
Hello, my name's Miss Waby.
Brilliant. If you double click actually on the transition where you put it, it'll come up in your effect controls, and you can see that's the actual transition there, and you can make that a little bit longer if you want. Same with that one, make it a bit longer, and the end one should be fine. Let's just have a look. There we go. So while we've added the transitions, if you noticed,
exciting, wonderful
to view it back,
really
it's just a bit jumpy. Don't worry about that. That won't happen in your final thing. What you can do is go to sequence and render the work effects. And what this is going to do now, this is just going to render all them effects, and it'll play it back in real time then. So once this is done, we're going to come back over here to our project tests and have a look for a backing track. I'm going to put the backing track underneath that so it all kind of flows nice with a little bit of music in the background, and we'll see how that goes. Just give us a couple of seconds for this to work. But don't be afraid to use don't just use the one I've used. You can use other effects for transitions, and there's also effects for your videos as well. You can import still pictures. You can do anything you want. You just got to experiment and let it, kind of. You can always use. Won't let me do anything while that's rendering, but you can always use undo and go backwards. So you're not going to break it. Oh, don't worry about experimenting. Give it a try. I spent years with it, just experimenting. You can spend many hours on Adobe Premiere. So we're just going to wait for this to finish rendering. And nearly there, nearly there, nearly there, nearly there.
Hello to all the year
So you can see the fading comes in really nicely. We'll just jump to this and have a look what the other ones are like.
And we're really looking forward to meeting you. Thank you.
Hello, my
So
name's
you've
Miss
got a nice crossfade or film dissolve.
Bye.
Hi Year 6, my name's Mrs Croft.
And then at the end, it should just fade out.
See you soon.
Brilliant. So that's it for part 2. In part 3 we'll add an audio track on and get the levels right between the audio and export. Okay, thank you.